And there, Abby. Welcome back to another session of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. In the previous session, we wrapped up our reinvestigation of the circus to try to defend Maximilian Galactica from being accused of murder. Of what? Hold on, what did I do to my... I am not sure what I did. Okay, never mind. I broke something on my side. I fixed it. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. We finished up our reinvestigation of the circus, and we are back in court. We are in the middle of cross-examining Acro, a person of interest in the murder case, and yeah, we'll go from there. As per usual, same questionable voice acting for better and most likely for worse. So let's see where the road takes us. Which is this one, I believe. However, how do you think I killed him? No, this is we went too far back in time. Yeah, this one. My bad, wrong save file. Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need to testify about their physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Close these windows. There we go. Thank you. That woman will sink to any load just to win a case. Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lived this up being the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to the witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could have not known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I still like to proceed my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Oh, the music definitely is getting more intense now. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? Dot. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. So, what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. Don't say. But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't lose either, Slowpoke. Nick. Oh, well, how did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bus out of the window? What do I have? Just out of curiosity. Right. Just double checking because it's been a day, but I haven't really been looking at what I have since I know I lost a ring, and obviously the scarf, which I still think is very important. Which again, Phoenix Wright logic. Don't get the important evidence. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still gonna take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind me of another very important point. If the witnesses was carrying a bus, he would not have been able to see out below the window. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bus, I wouldn't see out below the window? Thus, there was no way I would know the location of the Ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if we turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the Ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. Does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the Ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I already explained things sufficiently. If all you had to do was drop it, then it would have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land a direct hit on the Ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes it a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Alright, Acro's strong enough to lift out the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the Ringmaster's head. Wonder if they use some kind of tool to aim for the Ringmaster. So take it, Nick, show him what you got. Alright, I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case. I don't remember us finding any sort of tool, but maybe we overlooked something? Okay, I have an idea of a where, but I'm not sure on what exactly. Okay, so definitely here. Okay, what if... I mean, there's one thing I could think of, but... it's questionable. Also, there's still a question of the box, but I'm not sure the significance of the box. I don't think it's a box, though. No. I was thinking maybe the monkey, because we know the monkey is connected to Chakro's room. Okay, what about... No. Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too clever for my own good. No. Right, what was the information again? If you need a location of Ringmaster's head, then you could draw the bust. Maybe... Of course, think outside the box itself. Objection. Acro. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the Remaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. You're silly hitting at these pointers, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. How did I better explain things this tonight? Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I'd have to admit that it didn't make a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean if the blast would have fallen upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim? No. Order. This is unbelievable. Finally, some of those ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here, forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingaling, of course. He connected to a rope, and then all I had to do was lower it down. Ouch! Tell me that was so sensitive to you. Mr. Phoenix Wright. The Ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box is so specifically made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. What was in the box? Do you recall what was inside the wooden box? There was only a small bottle of pepper, wasn't there? Get on with it. Well, what's the matter? Can't got your tongue. I don't see any relationship between the location of his head and the box's contents. Okay, I think I may have outthought myself. No, Nick, you didn't think enough. Oh. Well, at least the game is forgiving on me picking the wrong answer. The box had a remarkable weight. According to the card record, it weighed 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it with their body, what did you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also had carry handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head will be in approximately the same place. Fool. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you had to say. Yeah? I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright may have had a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. Nani? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember, I think. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus in my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus in the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that. Don't forget, he said there was no accomplice. Of course. I hate being... If there's one thing that annoys me is being tossed around rhetorically, figuratively, and sometimes physically by Avant Karma. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Although I do have an idea, but at the same time, I am literally just being made a fool multiple times. Yeah, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Under Mr. Knight, let's hear the explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? Take that. Monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like you when he stole the ventriloquist's ring? So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Objection. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money's a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order, I said order. Miss Von Karma. What is the bus in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is another strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Oh wait. Did he mean this bus was a murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountains of stolen goods and thought to use it? Use one of them? Anyways, I think we more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Youch. Don't be so bamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what's that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical climb was spotted at the scene of the crime. Oh, of course. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. Well, this is my chance to turn this trial around. When a murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and yeah, before I answer that question, yeah, no, we're relying on the power save though, because that's a really slightly bigger penalty than the other two. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Okay. I mean, it's obviously the clown, no. If I were to think outside the box, there's really only one person I think of, but I'm still questioning if this is possible. But I'm still gonna throw it out there because that's the only thing I could think of realistically. Take that. What is this supposed to mean? Ow. I mean, I had an idea. I went for it because circumstances circumstances of the previous accident, but okay. This is probably not right. This is really the only thing I could think of other than pointing at Max, which wouldn't be that, wouldn't, obviously wouldn't be the true answer. At least I hope not. No. The monkey? No. Okay, maybe it is the obvious, like, it is what I think it is. No. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Oh, take that. He saw Max's... How? I asked who the other person most saw on the scene. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. Objection. Before you whip me again. Contraire, my friend. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mel said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. Objection. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It'd be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust words. It would have been easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands. Baka, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance in this case, don't you agree? Great, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Also says you're first, congrats. Am I really gonna see who I think it is, really? I mean, if I'm wrong, then I'll say hello, but maybe? I wonder, Mr. Phoenix, right? Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bus, I wonder? Of course. Alright, fine. Game, you're trolling me very much so today. I'm saying it now because I'm probably gonna get trolled even harder from here. Okay, save it here. We still need to know a who. We put the cloak on the bus. And it's not the monkey as much as I want to say otherwise. I mean, I'm still gonna think it, but I'm not sure if it's still right or not. No. So let's wear a cloak. The reason you could attach a cloak to the bus. It'd be easy to hang one off the cars in the bus's hands. We put the cloak on the bus. No, it's not as simple as it's the plaintiff did it all. Easy to hang one off the cars in the bus's hands. It's not the monkey, it's not. Maybe. No. I was thinking it might be one of those, it's not a person, it's a thing sort of thing, but no. No. I will figure this question out. It's just... It makes me feel like I'm grasping for straws and actually thinking it through, which is awkward. Maybe? Take that. Fool him. You're saying it's a victim himself, Russellberry? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the victim himself placed a cloak on the bus? Placed a cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a hand on all this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened at night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Danny attached that rope to the bus and dangled the bus out of this window, his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the remaster told Max to wait in this room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, The remaster is wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him at night. But just as he fared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trado. When the remaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. And now, this is when the magic happens. At the very instant the bus hit the victim, not what I was imagining, honestly. I was thinking something entirely different, but you wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Makarma. The circus isn't over yet. And Nani? The impact on the bus on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused a sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Merle Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak already snagged onto the bus. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bus being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could have only been you. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. Well, if they get evidence, I get it. I'm gonna save them though, because I don't know what I even am doing at this point. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get us out of this jam. As you're not talking amongst yourselves, proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Take that. That's not the proof, was it? Okay, fine. They only been silent for 2 more seconds, I would have screamed. Okay, now to play it, can I remember something from yesterday? I was told about by Mo. Maybe the notes? Take that. Maybe. Okay, it's not the notes. Yeah, fair as much. Okay, it's not the note. It's not the picture. One thing that doesn't add up. Is it as simple as the crime photo itself? No. I wish it can give me a flashback because I don't remember, honestly. No. Other than me just eating random things because I don't honestly remember. And that was me actually looking back on the footage earlier today. Although it was mostly just to not get dumbfounded like I am now, so that's sort of moot at this point. Take that. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the steel cat, the cloak, and the roses. Those symbols are the problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The steel cat was one, the Wright roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all these contradictions. Well, do you ever shut up? Max's steel cat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a steel cat. There's only one explanation for that. The steel cat that Mo saw was actually the bus. The buses. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the hats well, sort of. Fine, you got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what the ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I like you try to explain that one away. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I can save a load to find out. That seemed like a I don't really know sort of thing, but of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the incident when the cloak snagged onto the bus. If the cloak snagged onto the bus, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bus, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bus. Eh. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bus. Order. This is quite a shocking state of affairs. This Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Carl will finally throw in the towel. Ah, great. I know that condescending smile anywhere. This gives me bad vibes. Especially when Agro's not even responding to this. It gives me really bad vibes. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't? If you did, then maybe you understand why I think you're John Cena. I was like, hey, Rebel, you are not first, you are second. Yep. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude toward the ringmaster. You're so late. Yeah, that is true. Anyone of any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Eh? Thus, there is absolutely no way that someone like this would kill a ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Aqua's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life until now. This is Acro. This is a person that we did not see on the first stage of the investigation because anime reasons. But he's in a wheelchair. We have suspicion to believe that he is the murderer, but we don't have the entire story just yet. We're barely in the start of the second day of the... No, the puppet's not dating the ringmaster. You'll see in a second. What do we do? There's no telling that Akko deeply respected the ringmaster. There's motive? It seems his case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good time to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's story after recess. AKA, he's Acro. Won't stay on too long. Well, I won't say the shorthand version. He's injured, stuff happened. We need to establish a motive. That's the shorthand version. He has birds. This quarter will take a 10-minute recess. To be continued in a few minutes. Also, no, like I said, the puppet's not dating the ringmaster or right now I'm drawing a blank on Regina, but or Regina. The puppet's not dating them both. The end. December 30th, 2:17 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. I can't believe it. Aqua? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Aqua tried to pin the murder on you on purpose? He did? But, nothing but a little nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal, you're gonna ignore me after I went to all the trouble to bring you some evidence? Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be killed anyways. Alright, now detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? You got some really tasty milk? How about a card trick, detective? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? There you go. This was yesterday in Aqua's room. Yep, and I included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Well, Mrs. Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Yeah? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that happened in court up to now has gone according to our plan. Don't know. Miss Von Karma seems to control things in there just now. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it, and that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that, Baka. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. Nani? For me? It's milk? The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So, hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Well, bottoms up, I guess. Hope you're not lactose intolerant of how much milk they gave you. Also, back to court, 2:27 p.m. District Court, Court number 2. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue where you left off. Ooh woo. I mean, I'd like to continue with Aqua's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Aqua would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingaling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Oh wait, Nick, are you okay? Also, Pepsi Man. Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About the ringmaster. when we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the remaster of the Very Big Circus, Russellberry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay this remaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Akko would kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's a question I'm trying to answer myself. It sort of does, because even though we have a method, we don't have a motive. And I have an idea of a motive, but I'm not entirely sure it's the actual motive. Also, yes, there was something that happened in the past that may be related to why Akko has a motive. It's like the yeah, it's like Honk. No, it's like the DLC incident in that certain case that I shall not mention for risk of spoilers. Sort of like that, but something else unrelated to that. It's related to Akko's past. Right, the scarf has bats. The scarf is bats. It's stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Anyway, we had to get back to doing our job now, for sure. Why would Akko kill a ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Yeah, no question, of course. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Did it on Mr. Wright, cross-examine the witness. And if you were here yesterday, you would know what part of that past is, but I'm not going to spoil it because I'm being cheeky like that. Yep, not that. Movie. Yes, my brother Sean and I. Nani, you have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Akko? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Yeah, tenors are really cool, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Very Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for stories, it looks like. Ouch. Look, crying in court, just keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony, while I use his handkerchief to clear my sinuses. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about the other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in. So, no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I can do to help. I wanted to thank him. Yeah, because circus. Nick is actually a wonderful person. I know he seems like a nice guy, just makes this so difficult. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age. I begged the remaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also why, when I decided to form a group with my brother, we called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. And it's truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Echo almost like a proud father. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ouch. How could you act as a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow. No matter how you look at it, there is no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up looking like a jerk. I think that'll be enough for now. Whether or not this man would kill the remaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. You asked a question, I'm gonna just save and reload. Most likely. Most likely the latter. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know. Can you to that explanation as to why Echo would want the remaster dead? Yes. Now that I come this far, there's no way I can answer no I can't. Oh, this is gonna be good. Spit it out and please enlighten the court. I have an idea, and it's probably right given that we actually have the scarf. Take that. Let me go over this one more time. This is why Echo killed the master? That's correct. I don't think the defense might confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? It's not the scarf yet, is it? Thanks, AG. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. And I don't have the evidence yet. I mean, if I'm wrong about that, I can just save a note, but maybe I don't have it yet. I'm being debated into more penalties. And Nick? Yeah, I even had to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor? The reason that Echo killed the remaster is something that can't be proved. Nani? That's because Echo had no reason to kill the remaster at all. How? Your foolish attempts to foolish like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was this is the real killer of Rustleberry Ringmaster? If you want to jump to the end of things, and yes, it sounds about right. The end of things? Aggro. You didn't plan to kill Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Rustleberry to begin with. Nani? Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Youch. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Aggro was trying to kill... Oh, maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Take that. Regina Berry? This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter, correct? Aggro. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. Objection. You could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all I have to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Knight, allow me to... Ow. The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Nani? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Aggro would want to kill Regina Berry. Eh? Yes, me too. I demand to see proof. Well, I think now is a point where I have to eat this. Take that. Alright, Mr. Knight. It's not the scarf. This better not be a bluff. You're not going to fool me, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And those two are... Oh. Okay, it's not the scarf just yet. Evidence that proves Aggro was out to kill this young girl. Alright, well, I was saying, you're definitely putting my head to the furnace pretty much. Take that. Aggro, you remember this, don't you? That's... It's a piece of paper we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Aggro wrote this note. It's ironically titled to the murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So it is saying that he called Rustleberry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Aggro did indeed place his note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... Exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for is none other than Regina Berry. Order. Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why the morning of the crime she placed on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of a mistake, instead of Regina. And that's incredible. Remember the testimony Echo gave us earlier today? Lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Echo had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it. Echo thought it was Regina down the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Fortunately, it's only gonna get harsher from here. I hope Regina could handle it. Echo wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly fool with the foolishly fool ideas of foolish mockery. It's so foolish. It even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. Just don't get it, do you? And Nani, what did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it there, right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? I have no idea what the incident was. Yeah, of course I know what it was. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron, baka. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is gonna think I'm bluffing. Which is why I may end up using save and reload. Take that. Nani, this is it? Oh. Okay, it's not the scarf. I think it's what I think it is. And not the scarf. I mean, to be fair, the game me this. I want to use it to eat it, but the game's saying no. So it's... has to be this. Take that. Okay, maybe not. Okay, not. I know it's adjacent to what I'm thinking, but it's not what I'm thinking. Take that. Huh? Chouch. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean by that? And now you triggered my allergies. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away from him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very nice, right? So, what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina barely killed someone with a small powder of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tired of his own foolish ways. You're so sure Mr. Phoenix Wright didn't answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? So I take it. Take that. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat's been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother's dead. Regina? Oh, Regina? She did that to him? You spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool. Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Sneakling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tame animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. Just so I had to be wondering if I'm gonna have to eat something in a second. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then, what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of accidental murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. How do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? Yes. Yes, I do. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. Nani? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's words. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Take that, finally? That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who's the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood in the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. What's the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of being a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? This Miss Lady gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bad as a present. Where's the crime in that? Seems the judge still doesn't just get it. It makes me wonder how dense he is. I mean, it's always about Carmen knows, because she's sweating bullets still. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling. Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. The lion smiled. I've never heard them smiling. However, lion sneeze. Nani? Leon wasn't trying to bite Ben at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. Nani? You fool? You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Son Comma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really say that? You really intend to say this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother to his accident, or this joke as he put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. Foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. Eh? Do you think there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves? Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro? You don't mean... You can mean a witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion? I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. And not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? Of course. Of course. As I watch Venus get pegged by a bird again. You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that would be found in Akro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you gotta do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, this case can be won. The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingling. What is it now? It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of von Karma total justice. You mean... Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acker's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acker would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon's still unaccounted for. Of course, of course. Don't mind me, I'm just shaking my head internally. You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dip Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Jacko directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Okay, now I'm just being a croc saver. Now I'm just being a croc saver at this one because I'm concerned about what Karma's doing to me now. It looks like he lacked the final nail to put into my coffin. But what about the scarf? The note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that's relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the remaster. You should know that by now. Of course. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. Because I haven't a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think this brings to an end of the cross-examination of this witness. Nani? Oh, hold it. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. I mean case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Ow. Huh? Nani? We need time to do. Ow. Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, did you see? Do you have a case to present us, right? Nani, are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro lived his life up until now. Oh. I think I have an idea, actually. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking a tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. It's not. It's an option. It's not a thing, actually. Somewhere that's not Max's room, and I have an idea. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm probably sure I'm wrong on this, though. There's no doubt in my mind. The bus is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say? Better not say. In fact, allow me to be even more specific as to the location. You could find it in Mo's room. That clown? You don't mean... Why would the bus be in Mo's room? It's simple. I couldn't think of any other rooms it could be in. Ow. Refrain from making yourself look stupid. Nick? What about where Ben and Trial were standing? Maybe she's onto something here. We searched that room inside and out. There's absolutely no sign of a bus. Okay, it wasn't that. I'm not gonna take that damage because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something even more ridiculous that I'm gonna have to prove, probably, knowing this game. Okay, what if it's in the big top instead? I'm being wrong about this. It must be somewhere in the very big top. It's in the big top? In the remasters room, probably. To be specific, I believe it's in the remasters room. Again, you're so predictable, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough of your bluffing. The remasters room was thoroughly searched. There was no bus found. There's absolutely no way I'm wrong. I'd even stake my life on it. There's no need to be staking lives on things. Ouch. And you get one too. Okay, it's not what I think it is. I think I'm right about it. I think it's probably back where it was supposed to be in the first place. Well, no. Okay, if I take out the impossible of where I think it is, there's only one place it could be, right? It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where. Allow me to pinpoint the location of this bus once and for all. This feels wrong on so many levels, but maybe? It's, why did she stop talking all of a sudden? Well, not Al. Under the prosecutor's bench. No. Don't mean that. Miss Von Karma? Ouch! I think you're... Well, I'm dead. Nick? Get up, Nick. Nick? Nick? Proceed, Your Honor. I will when Mr. Wright opens his eyes. Hopefully we don't have to redo this ambulance calling business again. Nick, are you okay? Who is this girl? Oh. I was thinking I was right for once. Okay, no. I mean, it was a clever thought given the karma, but okay, it's not what I think it is. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? Sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy and you have a big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that'd be really easy to say hide a bus under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in that condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have all been over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool. How could you? Okay, you've got me. I've been begged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them. Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nani. There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search in my room that night? Yeah. There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bus. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bus, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you exited your search, all I could do was try and hide the bus. And the only place I could hide quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding a murder weapon? There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me? Make a mistake? Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I had done that. It seems we'd finally arrived at the truth. Acro? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the dinosaur at the very big circus, Mr. Russellberry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime? Acro? Dot dot dot. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely. That she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. Sorry, saying that you're a victim of all this as well? No, it's not what I mean. Nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I'd kill myself, but then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried. And it's on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Also, before we hear the verdict, my thought process was it was Regina that was the mastermind, even though I guess there was a glaring contradiction. I was legitimately thinking it was her. But obviously I was wrong, and wrong by a long shot, but I have my suspicions. Anyway. Not guilty. Confetti. That I'm actually awake for this time and not been slapped upside the head by a whip. Thanks, Karma. This card is adjourned. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 5. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? It's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many big congrats, but only at max a million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Nani? She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina? Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro says something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean it, Acro? Is he gonna try and get his revenge on you? On me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that. Yeah, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Nani? I want to know you're not just making that stuff up. Oh boy, I'm gonna be 2-on-2. I'm gonna be 0-on-2 on what the actual evidence is. Like a motif or something. Well, I know you're not making up that stuff about Aqua not wanting revenge. I'm probably wrong. I'm not gonna do the whole bit like last case where I try to figure out what the evidence is on screen, but I want to say because of bats. Aqua didn't want to get caught for a reason. I also take that possibly. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Bat. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Yeah. I know. Nani? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until we can meet Acro again. So sweet of you, Regina. Sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max? What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's gonna happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Yeah. I mean, But no, he's not here anymore. Everyone's sticking together. Staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I made a decision. Wait, what is it? I decided that I will take over as a new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus that this world has ever seen. Best circus the world's ever seen? Don't laugh. It's quite the goal. Yeah, I can't wait. And I guess that changes things. Nani? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magicians the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What'd you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help out too, aren't you? Don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think I brought you to court today? We gotta work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max? Nick? Seems like everything's gonna turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see this best circus the world's ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats. Yeah. Guess you're surprised, Rain. It really paid off like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? You mean Mr. Wright? You mean Mr. Wright? Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. I bet I got. He's alive. Oh, that's definitely a big turnabout. Also, episode 3 is done. Farewell, my turnabout? This is definitely a twist. Well, I mean, I guess the offhand Francisco is right, I guess. Well, we're definitely saving and continuing on because there's more. Well, not more, but we have time to at least see what the beginning of this is all about. This is definitely a very strange competition. I'm not even going to try to voice act because I don't know what I'm trying to voice act, but definitely a strange one. Oh. I got started by my own words. Controller vibrating. I'll start working on that theme. I was gonna say, oh no, the moon got cut in half. It's like Majora's Mask all over again. I mean, March 20th, 7:42 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Alright, yes. You hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai, he did it. I was also gonna say, I think that's a reference, that's a Easter egg to the first game, I think. Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. I recognize that face. Oh, I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice. So the person everyone was cheering for? I guess he got the prize? Yep. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai. No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. From now on, it's Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick's a old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. Nickel Samurai sound like a lot like the Steel Samurai. It's definitely an Easter egg to the first one. I'm pretty sure on that fact. I'll tell you about. Well, come on in. You missed the epic conclusion to episode the third case. No spoilers, of course, but it was definitely a twist. That's right, but I do like kids' masterpiece theater. I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. Nope, that's the first message I've seen all day. I'm bald. The only other person that talked was Rebel, and he did a bunch of sound alerts, so. Yep. Mr. Nick, you're grown up. You're allowed to watch. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. Oh. Well, you surprised me because I didn't know you were lurking the entire stream. I mean, hey, lurkers number 1. I think I saw that official rule if I don't call lurkers, but yeah, you may have seen me stumble more than I thought I would for the acro bit, for accusing acro. Now get a little rest, really. It's like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. Glad you're all having a good time. Yeah, it's like a dream. Too bad for the Jamming Ninja, though. Last year you lost to the Pink Princess, warrior of Little Old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year. Yeah. Oh hey, did anyone else think that the Jamming Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar. Hey, you're right. Strange he'd walk around without his signature guitar. I will never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you so very much for tonight. It was nothing. I owed you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks. Hey Nick, come on. It's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show supposed to start real soon. And then I heard there's gonna be a press conference after that. A press conference? Is he gonna make a speech about winning this year's prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something? Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Ah, Nick, come on. You don't want to be the last one there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Mick, do you? Why me? Show didn't even start for another 20 minutes. Well, I get to listen to this kick-ass theme and not in ringtone versions for once. Well, thank you very much for inviting us today. It was nothing, really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all. Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately? Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show. Well, wearing a rabbit mask over my face. Oh, I see. I'm still very sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright. Well, what's done is done. Let's forget about it. Alright, this is Will Powers. He's an action star. He's properly exploded when he was a Steel Samurai. And he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scarier. People would know you're real softy who's good with kids. Thanks. Yeah, that was... I will admit, that case is what made me have interest in Phoenix Wright. The first two cases, they set the scene, the third one, and especially the fourth. Yeah, that's what drew me into continuing with this. Truth be told. And now you know, and all that other jazz. Knowing how to battle. I can't believe they're gonna make a movie based on Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but it's for a different reason. The Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the evil magistrate, in the city of Neo Tokyo. And that's where they started a new series, the Nickel Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids too. I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I get the chance to do something in this new one. That's too bad. It'd be awesome to see with the new actor, Madengard. I'm sure there's a pun in there, I just still know it. Does it seem like every other person is like a pun or reference or something? Like Acrobat. Or Ventriloquist. He's super popular right now. Mr. Ungard? Like pros didn't know who he is. This year is gonna be Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin Ninja at the box office. Jammin Ninja? Who's that again? So who's this Jammin Ninja again? He's a hero, duh. His symbol's a bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja is always carrying around a bright red guitar? How does that even work? With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star? Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star. There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jammin Ninja. They even air at the same time. You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's Engarde and the guy who plays as Jammin Ninja, I mean. The Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Madengard, the actor. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling happy place. Yeah. Oh, I got a picture. Curiosity before I proceed to move, I guess. Oh, I really owe you one. Wasn't for you guys, I don't know what would have happened. When he did, it was a real tight spot I was in and he fought so hard to get me out. I don't care what happens. I'll never forget everything you've done for me. Aww. I guess that's what we can have to examine before we move, I guess. There's a grand set of doors over there. And behind those doors is an equally grand lobby. Shall we go and take a look, Mr. Nick? Hey, wait up. This Granizer's calling to me. It's saying eat me now. If this is all a dream, I don't ever want to wake up. And all the directors and stars that were here to see the heroes. Wow. I had no idea who most of them were. Neither did I. Nick, we gotta cut that news only habit out. Your new show's gonna be the Nickel Samurai every Sunday morning at 8. Oh, I know, we can watch it together starting next week. I'll come wake you up extra early to make sure, okay? I'm fine. You know, you really don't have to on my account. This sure is one luxurious hotel. Almost to the point of gaudy with how everything blends together, everything fancy and imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't the Bellwood give me something like that last year? Chandler is really something, isn't it? I thought it was a kind of spaceship. Hey Nick, how about you get one to the office? Windows hanging from our poor weak ceiling? I don't think so. What can I say? This is a really high-class hotel. I never eaten this kind of salad before. Poor Pearls, having only eaten vegetables all her life, she's been missing out. Don't worry, ain't had leftovers belong in my happily waiting stomach anyway. Such a glutton, Maya. I lose this, Maya. You sure can eat. We're all growing girl needs nutrients. A growing girl? Exactly how big do you plan on getting? Okay, I guess that's it. Alright, well, let's see what happens, I guess. See the hallway. That looks fancy, as I guess you would expect. K-Water Hotel hallway. What's with this place? Looks like a stone to Oz or something. Way in the back there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it before the show starts. But Bear. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are stuffed bears doing here? Could it be there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Can't be. Well, compared to the flowers on the other side, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see. Record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. Yeah, his name just sounds like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't remember anything about him at all. To Mr. Ingard from the Global Studio staff. It'd be nice if Lori's got flowers too. Something like to Mr. Wright from All Your Grateful Clients. If only. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt and Guard's room. Matt and Guard? Heard the names before. Alright, Maya always yammered about him like the obsessed fan she is. The toilets in each room at this hotel. Since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. There are people like me who can't afford to stay here in the first place. Is that really all there is? Guess so. Guess I go back, maybe? No, I guess so. Sound like the post-samurai show's about to start. Alright, I'm so pumped. I wonder if he's gonna show off his special move today. Nickel's Samurai Smelting? Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference. You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai's gonna make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers? Well, not the Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Sorry. So I guess you were all going to the press conference then? Yeah, of course. If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in. Press conference ticket. Seems like the local samurai is to confess something after the post-samurai stage show. Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the lobby. Looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay, for great justice. Okay, to the actual hotel lobby. Also, that is a lot of cameras. Only a really gaudy hotel needs such a large gaudy lobby to match. Think they're gonna have the post-ceremony show over there. You're using a compact stage, I see. Oh, I'm already using my special samurai power. Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. Nani? Why? Ow, he tried to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it. We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please stay where you are. It's a special request from the police? Eh? The police? Did it say the police? Want me to go check out what's going on? Oh wait, I'll come with you. That voice. I heard that voice somewhere before. Well, you may have heard that voice. I have no idea who this person is, so I'm not gonna say who the voice is until I know who it is. Oh no, I think I might know who this voice is actually. This non-stop chatter. It can't be Miss Oldbeck? Ah, great, I don't remember her voice. I already can tell this is gonna be fun to try to remember what voices were what. What was it, you old whippersnappers? Do I know you? Wait, your powers, aren't you? Yeah, about what happened back then? You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program, trying to play nice. Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job. I love that show, and you're a hoot. You're the big brother, aren't you? Ah, here we go again. Blah, 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 blah. What are you doing here? Look at my uniform and tell me you can't tell I'm a member of security. But that outfit. Annoying, noisy brats get the blaster. Rat-a-tat-tat. You know, just because we know her. Curiosity. Ow. Okay, never mind. You don't care, as I would expect. Miss Zolbeck, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios? Oh, that old place? Well, since that incident, there have been letting people go. When it got the security team, I got the pink slip. What incident? What did you do? I didn't do anything, you youngin'. Don't you remember the incident a year ago? When this lady got on the witness stand and testified? Right. And you weren't the one who bullied me, this fragile girl at heart. I plead the fifth. But you know, I think maybe I rubbed up in management the wrong way by testifying. That has to be it. Everything's your fault. Me? I thought about being a bodyguard at first, after being handed old Pinky. You, a bodyguard? Well, your friend, that fiery, good-looking guy with the red Jack in the Ruffles. Mr. Edgeworth? But sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that? Rat-a-tat-tat. So did something happen? I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident? Maybe. See, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that. Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard, at least for other people's sake? Silence, whippersnapper. Rat-a-tat-tat. Hey Nick? What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make sure we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No way, police told us not to go anywhere, remember? How boring, Baka. Such a boring guy. Got no motivation, no spirit. What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick? Not you too, Pearls. Don't stick your little nose into this one. So listen to this, Pearly. This one time in Dollar Camp, Nick. Okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Hey, I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You walked miles over how close to Mystic Maya. What did you do, Mr. Nick? That would be every time we work a case together. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can go along. You come along too, Pearly. Goody, I get to come. I get to come. I'm not sure if words. I'm not really sure Maya's a good role model for Pearls, but sure, why not? There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. Are you looking for the incident the old lady was talking about? Doesn't look like it happened here. Well, we better go look somewhere else. Alright, then let's try... Eep. Excuse me, are you by chance Miss Maya Fey? Yeah, that's me. You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. Also, that's quite a face. Whatever if it's someone from Huron Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Oh, well, nothing. You guys go ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Okay. Right this way, Miss Faye. Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick. Yeah, okay. It's a little exciting and a little scary. Well, where we haven't gone based on my powers of... Where we haven't been is the hallway, I guess. Totally not suspicious thing we're eavesdropping in, nope. Is that gumshoe? Maybe? Those two sound pretty serious. Oh, I think I have an idea who our other person is. That southern accent can only mean... Hey, Wright, Hey, Lotta. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell the cop I'm just doing my job and I got it right. Yeah, I guess I'm right about the first one. You? Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal, help a guy out. Tell her only the police are allowed here. The scene of a murder leads us to the pros. A murder? Shoot, me my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said, and that's what it is. A genuine murder. Wait. Yeehaw, murder. Oh, a big star, no less. Great. I'm in trouble now. It's just not Gumshoe's day, or week, or month, and or a year, or possibly decade at this point. So, Detective Gumshoe, a murder? No, that's not it. Got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal. Mr. Nick? Is the dead person a Nickel Samurai? Why do you ask? Well, Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so... It wasn't a Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off. Nani? The guy who died was his hero named the Jamming Ninja, pal. Jamming Ninja? That one with the big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy? You mean Nada? That woman, she was there that time too, right? That time? When Mystic Maya did that challenge? Oh, that time. Well, Lada's a journalist, kinda, so that's why she was there. Journalist? It looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened. Hanging around? Yeah, hiding in front of the Jamming Ninja store, pal. But why would she? She wouldn't tell me, pal. She just said something about getting my big scoop. So that news is because you'd be after. So the victim was a Jamming Ninja? Mr. Jamming Ninja? He was on a really popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai. Oh. The victim was this action star of Juan Corrida. I'm sure there's some reference, but I don't know what it is, because I don't know, honestly. There's some reference, cameo, and or name wordplay that I just don't get for this name. He got a big push and rode the express train of freedom to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Yeah, even I recognize his face. But I heard lately that Maddenguard's been taking the win out of the sale. And I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging the limelight. I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy. Mr. Angard? That's the Nickel Samurai, right? Yep, I mean, no. Gotta say with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai. Anyway, so now that Juan Corrida's down, that means Mr. Angard has Osage himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet it, pal. We can't have that. We can't have that often. I mean, happen, you know. Can't have that happen. What's supposed to mean, I wonder? Okay, never mind. Okay. I mean, I'm getting plot, but I'm not sure what this plot signifies. Oh. Okay, I guess I was supposed to still investigate. Possibly. Actually, I never investigated what was in the... A, I didn't investigate what happened in the lobby. Well, the scenery in the lobby, but 2, I guess I can probably eat faces actually, probably, because that's the only evidence I have. I was really shocked by what happened to her in that one case. I didn't know she had such an awesome power. Awesome power? I thought that maybe I should do some self-improvement and take up a hobby. So I went on and bought some Born in Glory seeds and planted the pal. That's a good way to improve yourself. Well, it's nothing really. Don't know who Pearls is. Okay, fine. Wanted to read at age 21. Young star who played the Jamming Ninja was on bad terms with Vanguard. Not about the same age, actually. Plays a Nickel Samurai, rival with Jam. Will Powers, age 24, was a Steel Samurai. His face has been intimidating, so he's got hard luck in showbiz, right? O-Bank, a lot of hearts, Gumshoe. Okay, I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Juan Gurita and Vanguard are. Can't talk about one while talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time. Oh, around the same time. So they had this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal. I never knew he thought of me as a rival. The Nickel Samurai, he really took the Grand Prix tonight. Why, I'm a big fan of his. Really? Oh, sorry then. Why are you sorry? Vanguard was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murdering Juan Corrida. Nani? Oh, there is more. At least I'm slowly starting to realize faces are evidence I need to consider at times. Why was Mr. Vanguard arrested? Sorry, pal, but that's not something I could tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like yeah, another Steel Samurai hero's in hot water. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya knew about this. Yeah, I know. She'd make me take the case. I know. Okay, I guess now I move, maybe. Again, process of elimination, or something along the lines. So what's going on, Mr. Wright? It looks like Juan Harita's been killed. Nani? Juan is? He's... Looks like he was murdered and the suspect was arrested. The suspect is Mr. Vanguard. You're joking, right? No, they arrested Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jamming Ninja. Not again. I feel sick. Again? Well, about a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls. Still can't believe. No way. No way Matt would. What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this This is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. It's a radio transceiver. A bellboy, it can transmit and receive signals over great distances. For me? But why? Don't know. Always said it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop idol, but he kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway. Mr. Juan, he's the jamming ninja, right? Those two have butted heads over everything they could think of. But I'd say that Matt was the one who always came up on top. I guess some people only know how to relate to others by putting heads like a ram. Juan said that he'd take Matt on this time too, so we joined a rival TV show. And that's the Jamming Ninja Show? The stylish Nickel Samurai and the burning Jamming Ninja. Well, things turned messy real fast when those two started using their shows for their war. And the final tally? Around, it's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won a Grand Prix this year. The final win over his rival, I guess. Mr. Angar was gonna hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. Though if you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference. The Nickel Samurai's? Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the conference that way. He was going to go in costume? But why? Not sure. Don't keep me in the loop anymore. I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone for a long time. Now she mentioned it, Maya was only gonna answer a phone call. Maybe she got lost? I'll take a quick look around for her. They're okay. Eep. What is it, Mr. Nick? I'm not sure. It's coming from the transceiver. Yes, hello? Right here. And you are? I'm not gonna think of a voice until I actually have an idea who. Well, not mad, person of mystery, I guess. Help, Nick. Mystic Maya? Maya? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? No, this can't be. Kidnapping for ransom. Oh, by the gods. Well, this turns out that would pass. Also, the music is getting funky. Mystic Maya? Mystic Maya? Sight. Everything's fading away. Maya's been kidnapped. How much do you want? Hurry up and say your condition, and then return Maya. Complete acquittal? What in the world have you done to need? Nani? One Karina was killed and the suspect is Vanguard. Vanguard? But why? However what? Agreeing to what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain? How? Nick? Maya? One, you expect me to get a not guilty in one trial day? Great, I'm being blackmailed. Definitely not the twist I was expecting right off the bat, but sure, why not? Damn it, who the hell are you? The killer. Well, it's obvious I'm being told to try and at least he can lie. In more ways than one, probably. Of course. I guess I had logic throughout the window. You will represent someone because anime. Mr. Nick? Where's Mystic Maya? She's been kidnapped. No, it's not my fault. If only I got a Mystic Maya. It's not your fault, Pearls. It is. Mystic Maya. Mystic Wright. I mean, Mr. Wright. We should tell the police what's going on. No, if we do that, we can't do that. If we do, then who knows what happened to Maya? Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier? Detective Gumshoe? Alright, that's it. Wait here and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. Nani, ransom? That's so loud. The ransom is complete acquittal from Vanguard. Wait, did the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya, you mean? Did this mean Vanguard's obviously the killer, pal? No doubt about it. But the guy said that Vanguard's innocent. You really want to kidnap her Towsy, pal? Guess he has a point. If Vanguard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? On top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Nani? The forensic team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence that it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence? Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about a guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight for cooperative investigation. Tomorrow we can start yours. Right? Turn another way. We've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Date? Question mark. Time? Question mark. Location? Who knows? Ow, my head. Oh, where am I? I wonder if I'm still in that hotel. What happened to me? Nick? Pearly? Dot. Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore. Oh. I see you've awoken. Yeah? Who are you? Me? I am known as the killer. The killer? You mean like an assassin? Too young to die. Don't worry. You're not my target. For now, anyway. Nick, where are you? Help me. And that's right. Only one person can save me now, and that's Mr. Phoenix Wright. And Nani? Nick? Nick's gonna save me? Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction. Business transaction? I'm gonna contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well. Nick? What's gonna happen to me? Nick? Pearly? Sis? I'm still not sure what voice to give our mystery Stitch person, but I'm just gonna roll with it for now. I'm still not gonna. Well, no, probably not gonna voice act because I don't know what type of voice I'm giving this person. I could assume this was before mystery person contacted us. March 21st, 8:11 a.m. Wright and Co. law offices. Good morning. Good morning, Pearls. Mr. Nick, come on. Let's hurry and go see Mr. Vanguard. I have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9 a.m., so... Oh, I see. Sick Maya, if only I had gone with you. Pearls, she's been like this since last night. We managed to get home safe somehow yesterday evening. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. But by the look of it, I don't think Pearls got any sleep at all last night. Mr. Nick? Mystic Maya? She's alright. Right? She's alright. Either way, I'm gonna save her. You can trust me on that. Please help her. I'm only gonna stay this calm and collected. Because Pearl's doing the crying for the both of us. Oh, she's really 12:30. Well, we've almost been live for about 3 hours, so I think this is probably where I'm at to cut it, because we're already in. We're not even that far into even seeing intermission. We're already having the entirety of the rug torn under us, the flooring and the foundation as well.